Hello everyone and now welcome to a game between XiaoKK, or I think it's XiaoKai, but the name on the site says XiaoKK, going up against ThundeR. This is a human versus orc matchup, as we see XiaoKK spawning as the blue orc over here on the top left hand side of the map. He will be going up against ThundeR. ThundeR, the human player over here on the top right. I guess the Thunder Brothers of Warcraft 3. If you don't know who Thunder's brother is, Michael is his name. And hopefully you guys are actually enjoying Todd's tag team tournament. I believe Michael and Thunder are going up against is it Moon and Soin today? Going to be really entertaining. I think that actually might be happening in just a little bit, in a little bit over an hour and a half. Um, Definitely check out those games. Todd really putting a lot of effort and energy into making high quality content for you guys, as we're organizing high quality content as we're looking at a Farseer now ready to pop on out. XiaoKK took my expo away. We are looking at a barracks now, and it is going to be headhunters as the units of choice with a Farseer first. Farseer will be opening up most likely with Spirit Wolves, and the Spirit Wolves can act as a little bit of a front line and a way to deal that normal damage early on. Followed up with those headhunters. Those headhunters are extremely effective going up against footmen before they get defend. Trying to
Slayer's forces are under
trying to
attack.
organize my microphone. Every morning my desk is just swarmed with other stuff on top of it that should not belong here, be here. Not quite sure why it is all here, but makes for a little bit of an interesting time for me trying to reorganize everything here. Anyways, militia aggroing right here, and we can see the forest troll shadow priest has been trained up. It's not as much of a shared desk as my wife
A
also
player's
works from home
forces
now,
are under
um,
attack.
and she is an embedded engineer, so an embedded engineer, embedded software developer. So she comes back with like boards and boards and boards of stuff that need to be taken care of. All right, abolish magic. There goes one forest troll shadow priest already getting, or one spirit wolf already getting taken. I'm gonna go ahead and heal back up. Meanwhile, could try and abolish magic that other spirit wolf as well, but it doesn't want to actually get low on mana. It's gonna try and heal itself up a little bit more. You're gonna see the Farseer try to push its way through. Are we gonna be looking at a little bit of
A
extra
player's
damage,
forces
perhaps
are under
trying to
attack.
get that next bit of level or a little bit more experience, as we see the resummoning of those spirit wolves? Going to be a quick abolish magic right there. Great handling by ThundeR to do exactly that, and making sure that a spirit wolf was in fact giving experience to that archmage. All right, Forest Troll Shadow Priest currently low on mana right now, unable to abolish anymore, as we are looking at ThundeR waiting to get to level 2. Looking at the blue orc XiaoK now retreating back. Are we going to see, one more shot
A
needed to
player's
finish off
forces
that
are under
Spirit Wolf?
attack.
Spirit Wolf having a bit of natural regeneration for the win right there, allowing, allowing a little bit of, allowing that Spirit Wolf to stick around a little while longer. All right, a little bit of range coming in. We are looking at Headhunters going to be rejoining in on the fight here, as damage is adding back up onto that Spirit Wolf. Spirit Wolf once again down to 4 hit points. Are we going to see that wolf getting denied? No, we are not. And really, what we're looking for is ThundeR to try and get to level 2. There is that level 2. And now XiaoKK does have to realize, wait a second,
A
with
player's forces are under
with
attack.
Brilliance Aura, damage is just going to be coming in that much harder. Forest Troll Shadow Priest is going to have extra mana as well. And this pressure, if I'm just trying to trade and get in a little bit of damage, it may not work out well. Coming back down to the south here, one footman, I thought he was going to try and aggro the creeps, wake up those creeps, not doing that at all, as this footman is down to 33 hit points and may end up getting taken out. All right, Archmage comes back over, does have a force, gloves of haste, trying to add in some extra damage, as we were looking at some easy targets there. Another water elemental being dropped, as well as the footman going after those headhunters. Spirit Wolves now joining back in on the fight, and I think XiaoKai actually making a little bit of a mistake here, opening up for some micro problems, as another footman could get taken down, and it is going to end up getting a spear in the back. Or I guess that's not really a spear, more of a javelin. Um, the only real difference between a spear and a javelin is that one you hold on to and one you throw, right? So far, though, Archmage, Farseer, that level 2 ability giving, well, additional, well, mana regeneration for that Archmage, and also the Forest Troll Shadow Priest units will be backing up Thunder, sitting at 28 supply compared to the 31 supply of XiaoKK. We are looking at an ensnare here. Archmage trying to actually put some pressure damage onto those Headhunters as they only have 375 hit points at this stage. But great micro coming in once more. Early stages, early portions of the game, you are just trying to control a small number of units very effectively. And now that I think about it, since chess is so much on the minds of so many viewers out there, it's almost the opposite of chess. Chess is the late game where you have a small number of units and you need to be able to control those units effectively and get the most out of them. However, in WarCraft 3 and in a lot of real-time strategy games, it's the early portions of the game where if you're trying to get that small advantage early on to try and set up a big advantage later as you get more pieces out onto the board or yes, more units out onto the battlefield. Mountain King is already out on the battlefield here. We are looking at an Archmage. We didn't see an Arcane Vault, instead going for the Arcane Sanctum, and that is fine. Priests do a great job healing early on, so it might turn into this rifle caster strategy as the Archmage, well, doesn't have enough mana to drop a water elemental just quite yet. Mountain King doing a bit of healing, and there it is, drops that water elemental. Priest should be joining in. Mountain King is going to try and get to level 2 here, clearing out this 544 creep camp. Potion of replenishment should be given to the Archmage here in just a moment. Meanwhile, the Priest are actually doing a little bit of healing while they could have healed one of these lower hit point footmen, rallied to the Archmage instead of actually rallied over to well, where the fight and battle actually was. Mountain King, is he going to try and buy anything new? Tauren Chieftain, Endurance Aura first, a little bit of an engagement here. However, Farseer doesn't realize that the Mountain King comes down with a Stormbolt. All right, a little bit more damage coming back across here. Scroll of Speed quickly being used as we're going to be looking at a quick Abolish Magic there, trying to finish off the remainder of those dire wolves. Mountain King really should hand off that Potion of Replenishment to the Archmage, who is currently low on mana and on hit points. But, well, not doing that. Should have the Elf Priest heal the Archmage. I think it's twice as strong. Well, at this point, having the Elf Priest or having the Priest heal the Archmage, well, this is going to be a problematic. Archmage purposely, well, picking up some items, but now exposing itself against that Farseer a little bit too much, down to 180 hit points. It will be able to retreat back as a Priest is there to do a bit of healing, and that is 25 heal per cast there, as a water elemental is going to be dropped. Mountain King trying to get to level 3 as the Archmage looks to back away here. However, the Shadow Wolf decides not to stick around in that fight at all. Archmage sitting at nearly 200 hit points. We are looking at one footman. Another footman was taken down earlier, so that Mountain King going to be doing a bit more frontline taking as the Farseer is putting in the harassment game while the Tauren Chieftain himself is trying to get to level 3 too. It is going to go between Stomp and Thunderclap, most likely massive AoE damage. However, with access to Spellbreakers, sometimes Spellbreakers become the units of choice, making it, well, ineffective and completely. All right, Archmage going to finish off this Spirit Wolf. Not quite sure why, it's just holding position and now giving level 3 to that Mountain King. That's exactly what you didn't want to see as the Orc player. Level 3 on the Mountain King, level 3 on that Archmage now. Could have thrown down a Thunderclap as the Brilliance Aura would just, well, top off that Mountain King, considering that Thunder went for level 2 Brilliance Aura over level 2 Water Elementals at this stage in the game. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. There is a tome, yes, picked up by Thunder, not going to be missed at all. Farseer of XiaoKK or XiaoKK just acting as the gatekeeper on this east and west side. However, there is actually a scout tower built by Thunder over here on the top left. I was not expecting to see that. XiaoKK, not XiaoKK. Yeah, that's what I thought. XiaoKK, not XiaoKK. I keep on accidentally saying that wrong. XiaoKK. as the Archmage now moves off to the north. Archmage does have 2 claws of attack, and that is going to be quite a bit of damage to add up over time. I just copy how Back to Warcraft says it. Yeah, XiaoKK. Um, and I don't know if I the see I look at that and
Player's
like
forces are
CERN.
under
Yeah, no,
attack.
that doesn't sound like Shao CERN. Well, okay, maybe. All right, in comes the Arcane Tower, now putting pressure and damage onto that Altar of Storms already. We are looking at, no reinforced defenses. The Burrows could easily start to get pressured here, and I think ThundeR is going to try to capitalize on this, knowing that, well, their piercing damage of the Rifleman will be able to do large amounts of damage with no problem whatsoever. One Burrow is going to get taken down, including the repair costs to try to keep that Burrow up. Mountain King now going to be coming back around. No, I thought that the Raiders would accidentally overexpose themselves just a little bit, allowing the Mountain King to get in a decent thunderclap first. That is not the case, and the Mountain King also with double Circlets of Nobility, having 345 mana because of that additional intelligence. That is going to be a problem as XiaoKK unsure of how to push forward in this spot. Shadow Wolves now making their way back around. One Arcane Tower, well, perhaps going to be trying to focus onto either the Shadow Wolves or that Tauren Chieftain. Or that Tauren Chieftain. We are looking now at, well, dual Arcane Sanctums. Adept training now getting added in as the Mountain King. What is this? They are all just pretty much diving on into the spot here. Tauren Chieftain, what is going on here? Stormbolt there. Arcane Tower should actually be hitting the Tauren Chieftain. Not quite sure why it isn't, as we see a Scroll of Town Portal now diving back in the other way. All right, well, interesting use to try and use a Scroll of Town Portal offensively like this, or defensively to teleport into a better position. That was unexpected to say the least, as the Arcane Tower getting some damage onto some of these units here. That Arcane Tower was out of line of sight, unable to get damage onto that Tauren Chieftain. That was an interesting position. I don't think I've seen that positioning before, where ThundeR, the human player, was able to put himself in such a way with the Mountain King at a narrow choke point. All of the melee units, the Raiders, the Grunts, unable to join in on the battle, forcing a Scroll of Town Portal to land on top of his opponent. Meanwhile, during that time, ThundeR had taken down multiple Orc burrows, well, halting production and also, well, forcing his opponent to retrain and rebuild those buildings. Interesting battle coming across here, but who really has the advantage? We're looking at 58 supply from ThundeR going up against 47 from XiaoKK. Mountain King sitting at level 3 and Archmage sitting at level 3. Farseer and Tauren Chieftain slightly ahead, and now also with XiaoKK opening up with a great haul at his natural expansion. All right, could have a battle down the middle of the field here. Mountain King trying to get in a position here. Rifleman, all of these units traveling in pretty much in a straight line as a footman gets caught in transit. Well, finds the majority of the Orc army. Units are going to try to reposition on over. Are these militia? Where are they going? They're militia now making their way down to the south here. Are we going to be looking at towers being built all across the place? I can't imagine that would be the case, but there are actually a lot of workers on the far side here as we're looking at the Archmage trying to come across. There's a Purge, there's a Stormbolt, and now Shaman going to get taken down pretty fast as that Shaman falls to the ground. Meanwhile, Shadow Wolves quickly summoned up here. Mountain King perhaps going to try and land another Stormbolt down, perhaps pick off another trailing unit, and that's exactly what we're looking at. Another Thunderclap here as the Archmage could be in trouble. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability could be used here. There it goes. Tauren Chieftain not going to try to use a stomp there. Instead, a Thunderclap goes down onto the Tauren Chieftain. Stormbolt now onto the Tauren Chieftain as well, who has a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Is he going to use it in time? Yes, he will. Follow it up with a stomp of his own to slow things down. Mountain King also with a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, as the timing on that is going to be absolutely key. Stormbolt going back the other way. There's the Thunderclap. There goes the Tauren Chieftain as the Mountain King stays alive a little while longer while still getting healed up. Grunt going to get taken down. Rifleman could get taken down. Mountain King comes back across here as the ThundeR, definitely the victor in that battle, taking out a level 3 Tauren Chieftain. Stormbolt to go after another Shaman there as the units are now retreating back. 36 supply compared to 53. XiaoKK is in trouble. Feeling the thunder. Feeling the thunder. pun intended, as the Archmage and the Mountain King now making its way back across. We are getting up an Arcane Vault in this position here. Well, it looks as though ThundeR is going to be able to reload, recharge, as the Archmage is going to be dropping some. Well, Blizzard. All right, Blizzard is the retrain. No, not a retrain, just a Blizzard trained up here as we're looking at damage getting added in. Meanwhile, at the front door, Headhunter, Spirit Wolves trying to put in pressure here as we are getting a bit of repairing, but Lightning Shield on the Dire Wolf actually causing a lot of destruction across multiple peasants. Tauren Chieftain now resurrected from the tavern as well, and it looks as though a beautiful Thunderclap finishing things off here as the Archmage may need to pick up a Scroll of Town Portal, but doesn't have the gold. All right, no gold. Mountain King actually has the gold there. All right, so they are all going to be teleporting back as the Farseer does a little bit of a quick trade. Are we going to see any... Oh, there's a dead Shaman there, but I think there was a Storm Bolt with a Shaman's name on it, but the Shaman was able to teleport out in time. All right, ThundeR hurting a little bit, down to 7 workers, Scout Towers, Ivory Towers being placed down. We are looking at triple Circlet of Nobility on that Mountain King for Archmage. Well, invisible summons also wandering out across the map as well, going to be trying to keep track of where their opponent is. 49 supply compared to 45. Army sizes are relatively similar. The main advantage right now is the heroes of ThundeR, who have 1 level over their opponent. But, Farseer and Tauren Chieftain on the cusp of hitting level 4 as well. Tauren Chieftain having some surprise shenanigans too, as we're looking at, well, there's some slow, there is some ensnares going down, 2 priests getting caught, and that's exactly what you don't want to see. Priests getting caught out in open field, and now the Tauren Chieftain gets up to level 4. There is a Stomp followed by a Lightning Shield. There's a Thunderclap coming back the other way with Blizzard as well. Archmage quickly gets ensnared as the Tauren Chieftain most likely going to be throwing down another Stomp here in just a moment. Another Thunderclap again. Archmage down to 300 hit points, taking large amounts of damage, trying to get free. Does get a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability as the Mountain King still throwing down Thunderclaps to try and make things difficult. 45 supply compared to 37. Tauren Chieftain comes in with the Stomp. Mountain King has a Potion of through getting ensnared, and this could be trouble for that Mountain King. Is he going to be able to break free? There is a Stormbolt. There is... Oh, wow, what was that? A Stormbolt followed by an Invisibility. I thought for a second that the Lightning Shield was going to perhaps be able to take down that Mountain King, as well as the lines are completely gone. Water Elemental is trying to hold the door here. Grunt's going to get taken out. 1 more shot, finishing off another Grunt again. Units continuing to back up. 36 supply compared to 32, as the Mountain King may need to get a little bit of healing. There's a Clarity Potion. Archmage, no Scroll of Regeneration. Tauren Chieftain going to come into position, and the Archmage now looking to back up as well. Why are all of the casters? ThundeR seems to be in a little bit of confusion here of what he should really be trying to do, as he throws down the Thunderclap. Still has a Potion of Healing and a Potion of Mana, looking to back away again. All right, there's the Potion of Healing being used. Tauren Chieftain doesn't have enough for a Stomp just quite yet. Damage is still adding up as the Archmage sits at 87 hit points and is somehow still alive. No Chain Lightning. Chain Lightning, oh, well, no, there goes a Stomp here, stunning everything down again. Archmage with those represent a large amount of damage, but still not happening just quite yet. Mountain King looking to retreat back. ThundeR really playing on a razor's edge here with 2 extremely low hit point units, trying to add up that damage. Mountain King now looking to back up again. Are the Shadow Wolves or the Dire Wolves just going to end up getting taken down? There goes one. There goes another. Raiders. Mountain King could be in trouble. Farseer, there's Stormbolt onto the Farseer here as the Mountain King down to 60 hit points needs to get a Potion of Healing, and that is quickly transferred back over to the Mountain King. Rifleman still fighting its way through. Mountain King very close to level 5. Archmage, same thing. 1 more death, and it is going to be the difference there, as the Mountain King will have access to level 3 Stormbolt or level 3 Thunderclap, both of which are desperately needed. Archmage with that plus 14 damage. What is happening here? And we are looking at XiaoKK doing a great job just coming back across here. What is this? 1 Forest Troll Shadow Priest putting pressure and damage onto the Great Hall here, about to take it down. Mountain King and Archmage, Mountain King gets up to level 5. What is it going to be? Level 3 Thunderclap most likely. or is he debating between level 3 Thunderclap and level 3 Stormbolt? All right, Forest Troll Shadow Priest does need to back off here. He was unable to finish off his opponent there, finish off his opponent's expansion. That expansion was extremely low on hit points for such a long time, as ThundeR may have let
Under
away
siege.
from him. He was so close to finishing off his opponent, trying to fight on a razor's edge, but the economic advantage allowing XiaoKK to bounce back into this game. Even though he was down by about 15 supply while still in no upkeep. Is ThundeR gonna be able to seal the deal, make up for his mistakes earlier on now that he has a level 5 Mountain King, but he hasn't trained up Clap or Stormbolt yet? That is still a bit scary. We are looking at still more healing going down here. Archmage Mountain King is right in position, and he does go for Thunderclap, and that little bit, because he did not train it up early enough. He had to train both Thunderclap and use it. There was a split-second delay, and that was the reason why the Thunderclap was not nearly as large. Shadow Wolves now getting, or Wolves getting taken down 35 supply compared to 33. Mountain King gets in a damage. Farseer about to get taken down. Had the Potion of Lesser Invulnerability just come to an end. ThundeR, it looks like ThundeR may be able to make up for his wrongs here. Another Thunderclap getting thrown down. Headhunter getting taken down. Archmage dropping a level 1 Water Elemental for good measure, as the Mountain King down to 300 hit points. The Priests need to be very close by. There is another Thunderclap. There is a potion of healing. Mountain King gonna fall. Mountain King now gives level 5 to the Tauren Chieftain. Level 5 Tauren Chieftain, does he have enough for his stomp? No, he does not. 28 supply compared to 31. Both sides still fighting their way through, as we're looking at the Water Elemental trying to finish off, purging a Water Elemental in its tracks and getting that last bit of damage too. Tauren Chieftain very close to level 6 now. Damage is still adding up. Water Elemental going to go back, finish off another grunt right there. That is a lot of stun. There goes a Shaman getting taken down, as the Tauren Chieftain with its long stuns able to get in large amounts of damage. All right, Sorceress trying to get back away. We're looking at an ensnare onto the Archmage. Archmage now in trouble, and that will be... Oh, wait, no, Mountain King now out onto the battlefield. I would have thought it's going to be over. No invisibility. Level 6 on the Tauren Chieftain, and that is the game. A beautiful, beautiful back and forth battle between XiaoKK and ThundeR here on Echo Isle. Trying to recap that game, so many lead changes, back and forth, going down into the final stretch of that game. Farseer being lost, that stun lasting long enough before the Farseer was able to use that Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. I thought that would have been enough, but it ended up, well, XiaoKK able to take the game. I think the problem was ThundeR had lost control of his priests a number of times. The priests were not healing the Mountain King or the Archmage, and then because of that, the Mountain King and the Archmage weren't able to stick around in the battle nearly as much. By the time the other casters got back over, well, it was too little too late. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it.